Hello and welcome to the Jordan Powers Experience. My name is Jordan Powers, and on today's episode, I am joined by the one and only Ocean Taylor and the one and only Vienna Hank. Ocean and Vienna are sisters. Ocean is a very talented stylist, fashion designer, international model. She just got back from LA at the time we recorded this episode, and Vienna is a local dancer. We talked all things fashion, all things modeling, and yeah, just kind of shot the shit for a little bit. So I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We'll hear a little bit from my sponsors to begin with, starting with Oakham Cannabis. Oakham Cannabis is a homegrown organic cannabis company who specializes in high THC bud and high THC oils. They've been growing locally for just over 2 years now, I believe, and their products are in all BC licensed cannabis stores, so you can go in there and you can ask specifically for Oakham Smoke'em or Oakham Discover. My other supporter is Garnish Barware. Garnish Barware is trusted behind some of Canada's busiest cocktail bars. They do custom engraved cocktail kits and flasks and all that fun stuff. They're all done locally here by my man Griffin, so you can check them out at www.garnishbarware.com. Without further ado, let's get into the episode.
No, freestyle rap. I was like, she starts dancing. Just like,
It's like this.
yo, here you go. Little good try.
I meant to wear your merch also.
Oh my
for the show,
gosh,
but
my
I
merch.
forgot it at home.
Yeah, my I'm restarting my whole brand.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about that also. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Ocean and Vienna.
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, pretty good, you know? Pretty wonderful.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming to the Jordan Powers Experience.
Oh my God, I'm
course.
happy to be here.
I'm not used to holding the microphone in my hand. Normally I have like a stand to use, so if I'm
Hey,
acting
sorry,
awkward.
we took them. Yeah.
Yeah.
borrowing.
Yeah, cool. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Ocean, you and I have known each other for a little bit, just throughout the whole film industry
Yeah,
and
quite a few
photography
years.
scene. And then this is your little sister, Vienna.
It's me. Hi.
Yeah, she described you as a mini her, a mini me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I guess.
This is like, if I have
We're
to
pretty
be.
close. So yeah.
Well, Ocean, you just came back from LA.
I did.
Doing a whole crazy kind of trip down there and a bunch of
Yep.
work. Do you want to give the audience some background on kind of who you are and what you've been up to?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Ocean. Yeah. I just turned 20 and well, not that long ago. I have like a couple more months, so I'm 21, thank God. But I grew up in the fashion industry. I grew up with my mom owning Dejavu, so you know that was cool. And then that kind of got me into the whole fashion industry, and I started making clothes. That was cool. I was in Fashion Week a couple times. And then I never thought I'd be on like the modeling side, so I always was a scout, booker, agent, stylist a lot because I really grew into my style. But then just this past 6 months, a lot of my friends like had brands, like Ransom is one of them, and Creep Street another one. So I wasn't working technically because I wouldn't accept money. So I was like, I'm going to be legal and do this as a friendly thing. But I just started, all of them were like, hey, we want you to do this campaign. We want you to do this campaign. We want you, like, I got to work with so many brands. So that's just kind of how it started.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Why didn't you think you'd be on the modeling side of things growing up?
Because I always was like the international scouts would be like, wow, like your kid's cool, Sab, like she's cool looking. She's not like super, like not like the basic pretty, but like
Right.
cool. Like I always got referred to as an alien. And I was like, okay, yeah. But then they were like, well, we want her, but she's like at the time probably like 4'8" or something. I was always tiny. And I've maxed out at 5'4.5". So the half counts. But so like I never thought that. And then when I started also I started doing social media the past couple months, and that really helped boost everything. But I never thought I'd be doing modeling because of my height, really.
Yeah, fair. Is that kind of changing in the modeling industry? Because that's what I was told growing up all the time also, is like you're too short to do it.
Oh, 100%. It used to be way more strict, but I think because of social media, and I think definitely because of COVID too, because they really pushed like everything was online. So every influencer was getting so many more jobs, so many more like online campaigns, or sent stuff to their house so then they could make the campaigns from home. And just like, I think it really boosted shorter people or like tattoos and like the not basic pretty or like not not people that are like 5'9". And yes, of course, they're still beautiful in modeling, but it helped the beautiful or cool looking people that are shorter with tats and stuff like get to do all those things too. So definitely changing.
That seems like the best part about Instagram and social media is just like there's a wide variety of different people now who are like successful.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And what about yourself, Vienna? Are you into modeling and stuff as well? Or
I'm not really into modeling, but I do like a lot of dance. So I kind of just stick on the dance route.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but sometimes like I take like photo shoots with my mom.
Yeah, because your guys' mom is Sabrina, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And she owns Dejavu Modeling Management.
Yeah.
Shout out Dejavu. That's kind of like the main model agency in town, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say it's the main one in Kelowna, but she's now like one of the best boutique mother agencies in Canada, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
I know. Go Sab.
Crazy. Yeah.
He's the best.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of like talent agencies and stuff that are like super shady, but Dejavu's not one of them. Like,
yeah, my mom
been
like
legit forever.
Literally, my mom will do anything for her models. Literally anything.
Mama Bear to all the models
That's
as well.
literally what they call her. Mama Bear or Mama Agent, every single one. So
That's hilarious. What was it like growing up with your mom being kind of in that scene and stuff?
I never really understood it growing up. Like I always like was kind of like her kid, like the kid that was just always there doing stuff, whatever. But it was cool because it definitely formed who I am today. Definitely like pushed my like style sense and like my personality. Like it definitely changed me, if that's not too cliche to say, but it was cool. I'm like very happy and blessed I got to grow up in that industry. And like my mom too, she like focuses on healthy lifestyles, not the people look at modeling and are like, you know, like you have to starve yourself, this, that. My mom is like, no. So it was nice. I grew up in like a very creative household that pushed healthy boundaries.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's probably one of the negative sides of the modeling industry is just like the whole unhealthy living.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What is that? Is that literally just because like of the standards that were required back in the day, or?
I want to say, yeah, like I would think so. I think too, like you can achieve like the smaller waist or like the right measurements for like high fashion modeling in a healthy way, but a lot of people tend to think that models will just starve themselves, which is like not good.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Bad.
Disclaimer.
Yeah,
Starving
please don't.
is not good.
Don't do that, please. I'm begging you. But like, I think that was like people would just look at models and be like, "You're skinny, so you don't eat." But that's like a lot of the time that's not it. They just like eat healthy or like work out properly, and that's just a lot of people's bodies like that's just how it is too. So
Yeah, wild. Because I remember like I was growing up playing drums a bunch and I wanted to be like a classic rock star kind of dude. And I thought you had to like drink Jack Daniels and like party all night.
you're like
I was like, actually, this sucks. Like, I'm not built for this lifestyle.
yeah, exactly. I think it's like the stigma around things.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So how was it being down in LA during this whole kind of COVID thing? And
Well, I lived there like last year for like over 6 months for sure. But like during COVID, it was fine. I was just kind of down there like visiting people, like not doing anything. But I was like helping here and there, like some friends, whatever. But everything was closed for I'd say maybe a month, maybe 2 months.
Okay.
But this past 6 months that I was there, everything was open.
yeah, they just went buck wild.
Oh my gosh, the clubs are open. And I don't club, but I like all my friends club. So I'd be like, they'd be like, "We're going to Poppy tonight." I was like, why? Why are you going? But it, like everything's open, everything's fine. I never got COVID
Okay.
somehow, but I always went to content days, like for like I don't know if like people really know what that is.
No, what's a content day?
Yeah, like it's like, you know, like the, you know, like Hype House or Sway House or like our friend Smiles. He, like they all host content days and you just go there with a bunch of creators that are invited and you just make TikToks.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, that's the best day job in the world.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You just gotta
I
hang
love
out.
it. Oh yeah, and half the time there's pools, so you go swimming. It's great.
And it's part of the TikTok.
Literally, it's awesome. I'm like,
Wild.
perfect.
Yeah.
I bet not a lot of people have insight into that kind of world. Like, is it like a pretty inclusive, like welcoming place, or is it kind of cliquey? Or? Without getting in too much trouble?
Honestly, like, I don't.
No names mentioned.
So my best friend and I, Lily, we're like inseparable. We're pretty much like the same human. She's just blonde and blue-eyed. So she's cool. Like, I love her to bits and pieces, but we don't like go out much. We don't really have a big friend group. We have like a couple guy friends that we go out with here and there, but we get along with girls, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think LA is very cliquey. And I hate saying this, but I think like pretty privilege is like a big thing there, which like especially for being like an influencer and stuff, which I think it shouldn't be. I think everyone should be included 100%, no matter what you look like. But I think I honestly don't know. Like, I don't really hang out with that many people anymore. Like, I'm nice to everyone that I go see, and they're nice to me, and that's that. I don't hang out with them outside of content days. I'm like, oh my God, nice meeting you. Have a wonderful content day, and that's that. So it's like, but it's pretty cliquey. It's LA.
Yeah, I have to admit, I had a little fanboy moment when I saw you were hanging out with Landon Cube. I went through a phase right after he dropped that song with Little Skies that like blew Little Skies up, where I listened to like all of his music on repeat for like a solid 6 months. And then
Lily actually was friends with him and then introduced me to him, and that's how I met Johnny Ransom. Like, the guy, so I modeled. That's how I like modeled for him, because he was like now a friend. Landon is a very good friend of mine. He's awesome. He's such a sweetheart. He's so fun to be with. Like, we met, like, he left and I was like, I'm leaving, like, LA for a long time, like, not coming back for a bit, like, gonna go do things. And he was like, okay, I'm meeting you in New York. And, like, one of the last weeks I was, like, in the States, he flew to see his family in, I forget, but then literally drove 4 hours to see Lily and I.
Damn.
Yeah, like, he's an amazing friend. He's awesome.
Yeah. It seemed like you guys were kind of hitting it off skating a bunch.
Oh my God, yeah. I would go to the barracks and I'd be like, Landon, you're coming. Because I hate I hate skating alone. I don't know why. Like, I don't need someone next to me, but like in the same facility. And like the barracks is huge. And like there's usually like other guys there and I'm like, hey.
What's up?
And like, I'm not like a pro skater and they're all like pro skaters. So I'm like, Landon.
You're pretty good though.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, like I can't skate worth shit. Like I can barely ollie your kickflip. That's about it.
Hey, whatever. It's all practice. It's all practice.
When did you get into skating?
2 years ago.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Solid 2 years.
That's impressive.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Now that gives me hope. I'm like, okay, I can probably become a decent skater before I'm 30.
Oh, 100%.
Because after 30, there's no point in starting.
I would. Yeah, if I didn't start and I was 30, I'd be like, fuck it.
Like a
I'm starting to skate.
Skating.
True.
No, literally, I'm going to be like 80 in a bowl and be like,
With the helmet and everything.
Yeah.
Are you a skater at all, Vienna?
No, but I pennyboard.
What's that?
It's like a little like plastic this big. And then mine's like broken, so every time I go down it like goes like this and like fall over the road.
Oh, no.
It's so bad, but I don't do it. But I want to learn how to skate.
Yeah.
Soon.
Because I can't tell if it feels like skating kind of influences your style a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wearing Sakai's and like big baggy jeans and I had Harley Davidson. I definitely am influenced by skating. Like, I like how I like the big baggy style. I think I've always liked to dress like that, but I think skating just made it even better.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to look cool skating now too. So
totally. Well, it's like an art form on its own, but then when you can add like the fashion style to it, it's like elevated.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing back in Kelowna?
I needed to come back because I was like, hey, like I have family. I need to see them. Like I love them. I FaceTime them like every day, but I definitely wanted to like see them. So I came back to help my mom. She hosted like an international scouting trip for US agents. So I flew back and for like 3 days, the day I got back, I started helping with that scouting trip with everyone and I like saw all the agents. It was very nice, but and then I started shooting because I am currently building my book and working a little bit in Kelowna and just like shooting a lot with photographers because I got signed in Toronto.
Damn.
So I have 3 contracts I can pick from, and I haven't chosen one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
So you just gonna go blind and kind of pick? Or?
I think I have an idea of which agency I'd like really like to go with. As like I'm blessed that I got so many like out of nowhere too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I have an idea who I'd like to sign with just because I like kind of got to know the agents and everything. But and I think because like influencer, because like there's influencer divisions now, so I'll be put into that one / modeling. But yeah, I'm just building my book, and then I peace out to Toronto in October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Toronto, but going back a bit, you said you were doing scouting with your mom.
Yeah.
So what does that kind of entail?
So I literally will be walking down the street. I see a human being, and I'm like, hey,
You're gonna be a
what's
star,
up?
kid.
Yeah, literally. And like the looks I get, especially if they're like underage with their parents, I'm like, hey, like your kid's cool looking, and they're like, and I like pull out a card from my Hello Kitty wallet, and they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey, like I swear it's legit. Like search it up, please. But yeah, I literally just go around and boop, 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 whenever I'm like in Canada. But I just scout for my mom and send them over.
Do you have a certain look that you're going for, or is it kind of just whoever catches your eye?
Honestly, whoever catches my eye. I think I'm really like I'm a good scout, I'd say, but recently I've been scouting a lot of people that are like different looking because I've been like my mom was like, I need like not only like my mom has diversity, but she's like, I want like cool looking people, like people that aren't just like the basic pretty, like they're always like, of course my mom wants basic pretty too, but like my mom wants variety of looks and everything. She doesn't want to look like that kind of agency, you know, because like she actually wants to know those people, like she wants to work with those people, and I don't know how to say it, like she's a good person, so she just wants everyone.
Yeah, totally.
But I've been like scouting like cool looking people, or edgy is the word.
Nice.
Like edgy like looking people, people kind of not like me, but like, you know, like not someone you'd see on Saint Laurent or something walking down the runway, but yeah.
Yeah, edgy makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, if she opens up a average Joe category, you can hit me up, right?
Yeah, you can do local modeling. That's what I kind of do. I'm like, hey, I did the One Trees campaign.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That was like, they only scouted local people.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
I don't do very well with the modeling thing. I've tried it before, but I can't pose in front of a camera. Like I can't hold it for long enough. I can act, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
So you said you were scouting, and then like what's kind of like the process that a model would go through to get with Dejavu, or like somebody starting out? What kind of advice would you give them?
So honestly, like, be yourself, because my mom talks to you first. Like you have like a Zoom meeting with her, you come in to the agency, and then be yourself, talk, let her get to know who you are, because I think personality and who you are is like a big thing to her. But just honestly be yourself, and like of course everyone's gonna be shy at the beginning, but the more you just kind of accept what you're like getting into, and you can just move, and like you're open to a lot of things, like open to like how they style you, like putting like men in skirts is like a big thing. Of course, if you're not comfortable, you say no, but a lot of people are comfortable, and like you just have to own it. You can't, I think to get into modeling, you just can't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Right.
Like literally, you gotta like, I pose like I'm nuts. Like I'll like do these like weird angles, and I'm like, I don't care. Like it might look cool, it might look stupid, but like I'm okay with it. Like, because I'm just comfortable with me. So I think you just gotta really be comfortable with yourself. And even if you're not fully comfortable with yourself, modeling helps you become comfortable with yourself.
Totally.
100%.
Yeah. And from like the behind the camera's perspective, like having somebody in front of your camera who's just like kind of down to be like, almost like you like silly putty. Like you can just like, they're just down to do whatever you ask. And like, as long as the exchange is respectful, and then it's like totally cool. Right.
Yeah.
And the posing side thing, like, do you practice poses at all, or?
Sometimes I'll be in a full length mirror. It's usually like right before a shoot. So like I usually style myself, just because I'll be like the person who's styling everyone else. And then they're like, Ocean, you're up. And I'm like, okay. And I put some crap on that looks cool. Like the other day I put on this like big white or like cream skirt and it's like weird. And then I like put a jacket backwards and like tied it in the back. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you wearing? And I was like, trust. And like, I just like moved and it looked so cool.
Damn.
I was like, hey. And they're like, oh, wait a second. It looks actually really cool. And I'm like,
she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. We got it going on here and there, you know?
What is it about fashion that's like so like expressive of the person who's like putting on their own clothing? Like, do you view it as like a reflection of yourself? Like
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I think like mood and who you are reflects in your clothes because you look at me and you can tell like she probably skates. She probably doesn't talk a lot like with people she doesn't know. Like she's kind of to herself. She's kind of weird. Like she's definitely weird. Like you can just kind of tell when you see people.
Everybody's kind of a little weird nowadays.
Exactly.
Though, so.
I just got a little extra sprinkle on there. But like you can just tell when you look at me and like look at how I dress, and I think that's cool. Like I think that's really cool. As to when you look at a girl that wears like really, really flowy, beautiful dress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've worn a dress in like 5 years. So you can kind of just tell like what, like that's how they are. Like that's their style. That's who they are. And I respect it. I think girls that can pull up dresses, not me though.
Yeah.
Not for me. I like my baggy clothes.
Yeah, fair. Do you steal a lot of her clothes, Vienna? Or?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when she's gone in LA, I like just go in her closet and take her clothes, and then she's like, "Hey, did you wear my shirt?" And I'm like, "No."
She's like, "This Instagram story says different."
I literally a screenshot. Yeah. She's like, "Is this mine?" I'm like, "No."
I'm like, "Here are the receipts. You want to answer this again?" She's like, I don't answer.
I just fold it right away and then put it in her closet. I was like, oh no. I'm always scared you're just going to show up at the door and she's going to be like, hey. And I'm like,
I'm back. Give me my clothes.
Yeah, she must have a lot, though. It's not like she's missing it.
Oh.
I have so much clothes.
So much.
I have like a little mini walk-in closet and like there's like 4 sections
like
of like where you hang shit. They're all this big. Of like the bar thing. 4 of them. Packed to the tits. I swear to God, like literally packed. And my mom and everyone like comes in there like, how do you have so much clothes? And then I like ship like 50 pounds of clothes to the house when I'm in LA and people are like, yeah, at a time. I sent like 5 boxes back this time. And my mom was like,
is it just given to you half the time or like how?
Yeah, like people will like give it to me or like brand deals. A lot of time I like brands like I work with and post on Instagram. They're like, you need to wear this outfit, post it on Instagram. And then I just own 5 more pieces of clothes. And then I also have a shopping addiction. So it's like kind of bad.
Wild. Yeah, and you said you were in the influencer circuit as well. Like,
yes.
What does that kind of entail for people that don't know?
So influencing is just, I'm like not a huge influencer, but kind of like starting like new-ish influencer, but you kind of just get, because like social media is so used now, especially for brands and pushing out ads and everything like that. So as soon as an influencer with people like all around the world that follow them post in that brand's clothes, and the brand that sends you the clothes, you tag them and you say like thank you or whatever they want you to say, it gets that brand so much more attention. So that's kind of just what influencing is like for like the working side of it.
Like builds clout for the brand kind of, because like, this chick is cool, she's wearing that clothing.
Yeah, and
I should probably wear that clothing.
Exactly. I think like a lot of influencers probably get like, well, all the time, and like especially like I've gotten so many DMs. People are like, "Where did you get this? Where did you get this?" So and then I just tag the brands, then end up working with the brands, or it'll be one I'm already working with, and they're like, "I love these." Like, so then it just pushes that brand out more, which I think is really cool.
And are you strategic with like your posting and like who you work with, or do you kind of just wing it and like whatever you're feeling works?
Kind of whatever I'm feeling works. That's why I think the certain brands that kind of like reach out to me, like they see what I post.
It's more authentic that way, right?
Exactly. It's just kind of like they send me stuff, or like they see me and they're like, we like what you post. Like we like how weird your stuff is. So do it like this. We don't care what you post. Just post it. Tag us. We're happy. And I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And are they contacting you through like an agent, or is it like, because I get comments on my like posts every now and again, or like, Jordan, you've got super swaggy style. Like we want, and I'm like, there's super no way this dude is legit. Like those one, I don't. Scare me.
Two. Those ones scare me. I used to get those too a lot, and I was like,
yeah,
who are these people?
Yeah, and they like send you to like another account. They just
post like a million followers, and then they have like 2.
Yeah, totally. So like, how are these people contacting you? Like through the DMs normally? Or?
Yeah, and it's usually like not like that, like not people. That usually doesn't happen too often anymore. But they like, I have a work email, so all my like influencing stuff gets sent to there, and like brands that want to work with me go to directly to that email.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And is Instagram your main thing, or is TikTok kind of blown up for you?
Instagram is kind of my main thing, but TikTok, I definitely have more followers, but I think on TikTok it's easier to get more followers. And it's just hard to keep engagement sometimes, especially if you're like me and I'm like, I don't need TikTok for a week. I'm like, I'm kind of tired of it right now, so then take a week and then you have to build it all back up again. So yeah, so I think Instagram, I think I'm pretty active on Instagram. The past few days I haven't posted a lot, but I've been like doing the story Q&As and stuff like that. So I
like the Q&As that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are always fun. It's like, I learned a little bit more about Ocean today.
Yeah, they're always funny. I like watching them.
Yeah.
I like rewatch them. I'm like, yeah, I put that on my social media. Yeah. Now everyone knows. I'm like, ooh, okay.
I'm going to hear about that one from my mom. I'm going to hear about that one from my dad.
Yeah. Literally.
I know. I can't imagine what my parents think of me after this podcast now. Like, they know way more about me than they should now.
You're like, don't watch this one, Mom. Yeah. Skip 33 to 40, okay?
Yeah, I'm giving her timestamps. It's just skip this part.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Do you enjoy being kind of like a public figure and like having so many people following you, or is it, I'm sure it can be stressful at times.
Yeah. It stresses me the fuck out sometimes because I don't like, it's not like, again, I'm not huge, but it's like I have like some like of the sweetest fans, like the sweetest fucking people that have supported me through like a lot of shit that I've went through on social media. But I've always grown from it and just like remained to be like a good person and like love everyone no matter what. But like the fans and like, I don't even like calling them fans, like friends, like, but like, I don't like want to disappoint them sometimes. Right. And I know they're just like people that follow me and I've never met them, but it's like, I look at them more than just like random people that follow me. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I'm like thankful for every follow and everyone that supports me through it all. I don't know. I think it's cool, but It's definitely stressful at times. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been feeling like just slight bits of anxiety at times just from like posting publicly and like seeing my numbers going up. Like my stories now probably get like 500 views, which is probably nothing compared to what you get.
Hey, that's okay. That's still good.
That's
like,
awesome.
Holy
shit, 5 different people have like heard me just say this now. Like, what does that mean? You know?
100%. And like when you do Q&As, they go up. Like they go up a lot. So like I was like looking at them today, like laughing, and then I like looked at the number and I was like, I was like, I'm not looking at it again today. I don't care. I'm not looking.
Yeah, it's so wild. Okay, well, we're gonna take a quick break, but we will be right back. Basic and fuck a lot of fake shit. I keep my circle tight, live on the edge, come correct. When the time right, you wanna be an actor, be the starter, you could be that. Wanna be the doctor, saving hearts, so we need that. And I could use some feedback. I know I'm not the best, but I'm really trying to be that. Spreading confidence just to see how y'all gon' react. See, my reactions can define how I live, how I'm judged, how I sacrifice my time in a stew with a wood, and I got money on my mind, cutting hooks like a cook. Got some Henny by my side, probably call me on my phone, say you gon' be fucking fine. You got everything you need, the things that money can't buy. If you want me, you can. 2, 1, and we're back after that short commercial break.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the commercial.
That was really good.
That was really good. And thanks to the live studio audience in the back there. You can applause now. Yeah, awesome. I mean, we were kind of talking off camera about hate online and stuff. How do you deal with the hate online?
Oh
The
man.
haters.
At first, because again, I only started taking social media seriously in like December or January. I guess I'd always gotten a little I was bullied growing up here, so I kind of was used to being bullied. But I think on social media, a lot of people are a lot harsher. So when I started getting the really bad hate, I used to cry a lot, alone or like with my mom on FaceTime or like, I don't know, it was not good. I was like I hate using not hate, but like I was very depressed. Like I was not good, like not mentally okay. But I think in the past, I would say like since February, I took those 2 months when I kind of started, or even March, I'd say it was like when I kind of started being like, this is me and I love me. So if people don't like that, that's not on me. I'm not going to change who I am for social media. I'm not going to change who I am just to not get hate, because I feel like no matter what you do in life, there's going to be hate. Like, so that's a them problem, not me. I just do my own thing.
Yeah. All the most influential people in history have been polarizing figures. They've never had 100% likability. So
hey, no one. I feel like no one has. So
No.
it's fine. Like it's totally okay. It's part of life. So
yeah. And for me, I find that like people who take the time out of their day to like hate on other people online, unless it's like 100% obviously justifiable, like even then almost I'm like, why are you taking the time out of your day to do it? Like there's something wrong with you, not me at that point.
I kind of just like dealing with stuff one-on-one. I'm like, if you have anything that you want to talk about, or I have anything I want to talk about, I'm the kind of person that would reach out. But like, even then, like I just kind of, I don't really hate many people. Like I don't hate anyone. Like no matter what people have done to me, what people have said about me, there's no point in hating them. Like, kill them with kindness. That's what my mom taught me. So that's what I do.
Have you ever looked into Stoicism at all with Marcus Aurelius?
Hey, no. What is that?
Stoicism is basically this philosophical concept in very dumb terms of you can control your internal feelings, but you can't control any of the external world. So anything, something bad can happen, but you can choose how you look at it is essentially how I think of it. And Marcus Aurelius was the last great Roman emperor who kind of has a book called, I'm forgetting the name of the book right now. Mediations. Yeah.
Hey, maybe I'll buy the audiobook.
Yeah, it
Fun
helped me a
fact,
lot.
I hate reading, but I like when people read to me. Pretty sure I have dyslexia, and I just figured that out recently. And
Really?
everyone, yes, I tried to read stuff, and my eyelid.
It's common.
Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm like, they look like jumbles, like mosh pits of letters, and I'm like, what?
That sounds like dyslexia.
Yeah. So I've always liked when people read, so I just buy the audiobooks.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, Mediations. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, my sister grew up dyslexic, or she's still dyslexic, but yeah, I can't even pronounce it. I've got a speech impediment over here, and I run a podcast. We all got something.
Yeah, literally, it's fine.
I'm actually curious, Vienna. What's kind of it like growing up with social media right now? Because when I was graduating, Instagram had like just become kind of like a thing. So like throughout all of high school, I had Facebook, and I actually downloaded it because I wanted to do all the tests. They used to have all these quizzes of like, what kind of military guy would you be? And
Wait,
like,
on Facebook?
Yeah.
I would take those.
Yeah. What kind of drummer would you be?
How will you die? Mine was like getting hit by a bus. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, so I downloaded it specifically for that, and then like it turned into everything that it is now. So like I'm assuming you have like an Instagram and stuff. And
I do. I have like 2 accounts because one of them is kind of just for my friends, because when you post on your main, sometimes people can also hate like on your post for no reason. So on my main, I kind of just post, I don't know, like stuff that make me happy, but I don't post too much on there. So I only post on like my spam account for my friends. It's like private, so no one sees it, because that'd be embarrassing if people did see it.
Hey, let me pull it up real quick.
But I don't know. It's a crazy place now, like social media, because it used to be like fine, but now everyone's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah,
Everyone's like kind of like in their own world. Like people deal with their own things, but now people just comment mean stuff or nice stuff, like in the comments, and then follow you and then unfollow. Yeah, I don't really go on social media too much, though.
Fair, yeah. I had a honesty box on Facebook also for a while. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, it was brutal. You could get somebody could come in anonymous and just drop whatever they wanted to
Oh
say
my God,
about
that's
you.
what Ask FM. Did you ever hear?
No, but
that?
I've heard of it, but I didn't have that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. And it was brutal. Yeah. Like,
So brutal.
yeah. I used it to tell all my crushes. They're like, hey, I heard Jordan Powers has a crush on you. Like, you should talk to him. And it's like me behind the keyboard.
Oh my God.
But then I'd get the odd one of my house be like, you suck. And I'm like, damn it.
Like, fuck.
Do I suck?
Yeah, my favorite one on Ask FM that I got was "You look like a fucking fish," and then I was like, okay, and I literally, it's still up on Ask FM. If you find my Ask FM, it is still there. I posted a selfie of me, and then I said, okay, but trout or cod or something, and I put 2 dead fish beside me. Everyone was like, ocean? What the fuck?
You just gotta lean into it at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, you can't let the haters control your life.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but I gotta take a lesson out of your playbook and start a private account for myself, just for my friends and family, because I find like I don't even post like stuff like that makes me happy, you know, like me and my friends golfing. Like I would love to like kind of use that as like a photo album type thing.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what a spam account is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
You
great.
just post whatever you want.
Love
You just
them.
keep posting.
Yeah.
You post like 20 times a day. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's fun.
They just like, or they just like scroll.
Yeah.
Past it.
Do you have a spam account as well?
I
or-
do. Yeah.
Okay, damn.
It's called Ocean's Photo Dump. Yeah.
Nice.
And I just like literally go on there at random times and just post like 20 pictures, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, you followed me for a
Yeah,
reason. Yeah,
exactly.
you can unfollow this if you want.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
it's just like a fun little place, fun
Yeah.
secret place.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Toronto.
Toronto.
Toronto sounds like a big deal for you.
It is. Yeah, I'm going there to work legally.
Legally.
So I can actually get paid now.
And is that just because you're in Canada doing it? Whereas like
Yeah.
if you go down to the US, you have to kind of like announce if you're working or if you're there for leisure. And then,
Yeah, so in Canada, you can go work anywhere in Canada because we're Canadian citizens, but US, you have to get a visa. And every time I've gone down there, I've kind of just gone there to see friends or et cetera, et cetera. But then again, this past time I was like getting hired for stuff for my friend's stuff. And then I was like, okay, all I can do is literally help you out.
Yeah, you can't get paid.
Because
or-
I can't get paid.
they'll
I can't
boot
even
you
get
out.
paid in like, or I get banned from the US. I'm like,
Oh, really?
I was like, I'm gonna be a good human. I didn't get paid under the table. I didn't get checks, nothing. Because I was like, I just want to be cleaned. Like, I'm not getting in trouble. But Toronto, because the agency is like now influencer division. So now I'm going there and moving there with my best friend Lily for 2 months. And she's kind of just going to do shoots for free kind of thing. And she's going to take some acting classes.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna work my butt off, just shoot and do campaigns and get paid and save my money.
Nice. And so whoever you kind of decide to sign with, are they the ones hooking you up with the jobs and they just tell you like, yo, be here this time kind of thing? And then, nice.
Yep. So it's easy peasy. Love them.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, send me the check.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, okay, I just go shoot for like 8 hours and like, yeah, 8 hours is like a good solid day. But I'm like, all I gotta do is move weird and put on clothes. I love this. Like,
Yeah.
and half the time they like what? Because I don't wear too much makeup. I just kind of wear eyeliner and mascara. So they're like, we like how you do it. We like your eye. Everyone like all of a sudden loves my eye bags. I'm like, perfect.
Sweet.
Great. They're like, just do it how you do it. Come and then we'll do your hair and get you clothes. I'm like, easy. I love it. Like,
And so why Toronto? Obviously because you can get paid if you're there, but is that kind of like the biggest city in Canada that you can kind of have a fashion
like,
career in? Or?
Yeah, modeling is like a big thing there. I didn't realize how big it was there because I just kind of I didn't know, but it's like huge there. Like so many big opportunities in Toronto for modeling. So, and like especially like shorter girls. So it's cool. I'm really super excited to go. Yeah.
What was that? Jorda girls?
Shorter.
Oh, shorter girls. I was
Shorter
like,
girls.
Jorda girls.
Shorter girls. I was
That's
like,
a brand.
Yeah, you guys were like, huh? Shorter, tiny, me-sized people.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah. Do you know Amy Lundman is her last name or?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Earth to Ames is her Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps.
Hey.
But she just got a contract out in Toronto and she was kind of like
Oh my
talking
gosh.
to me about it and stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. Is she
Yeah.
from Kelowna?
Yep. Yeah, she's
Hey,
from
if you're
Kelowna.
watching this, let's be friends. Please.
Yeah, I'll connect you guys. I'd be surprised if you hadn't ran into each other before, but
Maybe I probably have, but
Yeah.
I have short-term memory loss,
I'm
I'm
with
pretty
you.
sure. So
I'm brutal with names also. Like,
same. Horrible.
I can remember Instagram handles for some reason, but not
Yeah,
names.
same. Literally same. Have you seen the movie House Bunny?
Yes.
Where she's like, I don't even do like Jordan. And like she says all the names like that. Yeah, to remember them. Why do you start doing that?
Yeah,
like
seriously. I just say it like 3 or 4 times over in my head. I'll just be like, ocean, 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 ocean. Okay, it's
You're like,
probably there
"Kinda
somewhere.
Oh, that's funny.
And so how long are you going to be out in Toronto for?
2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Just like living there and then probably going back at some point or like whenever I get hired for a job when I'm somewhere else, just going back there. But I think Toronto will be fun. Yeah, it'll
Nice.
be good. Nice little change, especially from living in LA. So it'll be good.
It'll be different. Have you ever been to Toronto or?
I think maybe when I was like super young, but not that I can remember like at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been.
I've been in the airport on my
Oh.
way to Florida, and that's it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida was wild. Yeah. I went with my parents and my sister.
Miami?
Yeah, we hit Miami.
Yep.
We hit the Keys. Miami was so expensive though.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go party or anything. We had a hotel. Actually, I'm still angry about this. We had a hotel right on South Beach.
Okay.
Like right on like the main spot there, and it was actually they filmed Scarface right beside it. But I went and had lunch out on the restaurant. Like they kind of have all their restaurants out on like the sidewalk out there. And so I had lunch and I ordered a fish wrap, like had like lobster or something in it,
Yum.
fries and a beer, a Corona, and it came to like $120 American. The beer
It's like
alone.
140, 50 Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh!
The beer alone was like a pint of beer and it was like $40 American. And I was like, it was a Corona also. And they didn't have any of the prices on their menu or anything. I was like, Miami's not for me.
Yeah, no.
I'm not a Miami
I'm so
guy.
good. Never again.
Yeah,
oh my God, $120 American for food. Oh.
The Keys was cool though. Like that's just typical Florida, like these
Yeah.
shirtless dudes who are like in their 60s, just lit up, walking down.
No, I actually like Florida. It's fun. It's like fun for a week and then I'm gone.
Yeah, totally. What kind of advice would you have for other girls and stuff, young girls getting into modeling and stuff? Because from a photographer's perspective, I've met not naming names, but I've met a lot of male photographers that I consider sketchy dudes.
Oh, 100%.
Who
Yep.
will kind of take advantage of aspiring models and do kind of some more risque photo shoots and then act like super creepy after. And
Yeah.
so I think it's very important to let like young models know that there's reputable people out there, and that's why signing with somebody like Dejavu, like your mom, who's got their back and stuff, and kind
Yeah.
of like put them in with the right people, respectful people and stuff is super important.
I mean, if you're signed with a good mother agency, like for example, my mom, she always does her crazy research on on all the photographers she works with. So no sketchy people. But if you're like a freelance model, my biggest advice is do your own research. I'm choking on my spit. I inhaled it at one point. I was like, but do your research on photographers. Got a lot of spit in my mouth. But yeah, do your own research. Make sure like you know who you're actually gonna work with. Because it is scary. It's like really scary.
Yeah.
Like especially in big cities like Toronto or like bigger bigger than Kelowna, like Vancouver and stuff. There's sketchy people everywhere. So you just gotta like watch your own back. But honestly, if you're getting a lot of shoots and you're a freelance model, a mother agent will place you places, but also will get you to make 10 times more money than you are like making doing your freelance modeling. So honestly, biggest advice is get a good mother agency, and then also do your research on who you're working with. And honestly, I know I learned that you're not supposed to take like people to photo shoots, but a couple times when I like had it was my first time working with them, I did my research, but sometimes it's still scary to go alone. I made Lily come and sit in the car and spy on me.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%. Like just like don't make it noticeable, but like if your friend is willing to sit there and just make sure you're okay, or like an agent will come with you at first or something, go with somebody to just make yourself feel more comfortable.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. And my advice would be like, if you have a friend that's already in the industry, like figure out which photographers they work with.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Like if you have like a friend that's like, let's say Jordan and I like just started modeling. I'm like, Jordan, I need someone. Like I would go to you and be like, hey, like you work with photographers, videographers. I want to know who you think is like safe to work with. Like that's also a very good way of doing it. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree more. There's a lot of sketchy people out there, so it's important to be safe when you're kind of doing all this stuff. And,
yes.
Yeah. And with like a mother agency, like can people just like send in photos and stuff that they've taken and like email Dejavu or something like that? Or
yeah, on I think the website there's like a commission page, and you just send in like your height, and your like I want to say foot size and your age, and then like your measurements, like which is around your chest, around your waist, around your hips. And that's it. You just send it in with like a good headshot and then like a couple like full body. Doesn't have to be in a bikini. Doesn't like it's whatever you're comfortable with. Just send them in and be like, hi, this is me. Like I'm very interested in modeling. If you've done work, be like, I've done blah blah blah. I would really like to sign with your agency or like have a meeting with the owner, blah, blah, blah. And then easy peasy, send it in.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Easy money.
And your clothing brand, we were talking a little bit about that off camera as well. That was the last shoot I did with you. I think we actually shot at your grandma's place for a little while.
Yes, we did. It's like the main thing.
It turned out great.
It was so sick. I
Shout
love our
out Aaron
house.
DeSilva, the GOAT. I think this is like the 12th time you've been shouted out on my podcast. So.
Yeah, we love you, Aaron. But yeah, so I did like a little merch drop. It was like nothing big. Before that, I was doing like high fashion streetwear. So I designed and handmade everything with my Nona. She would help me because she kind of taught me how to sew. I've never like learned or like whatever. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she taught me. So I like started making clothes. It was really fun. I was in Fashion Week like 3 times. And my models walked. I think like it's either 8 to 14 looks for all 3, and it was fun. It was great, but I'm kind of rebranding right now, so I am like deleting the Instagram, starting from scratch, just because I want it to not be based in Kelowna, because I think it's harder to get based here, because I don't think my target audience is in Kelowna.
Yeah,
so I'm talking to like a couple manufacturers. So I've come up with designs. I'm kind of just starting from scratch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I will give you a testimonial for your last collection you dropped. The amount of female attention I got from wearing that one sweater was wild. At first I was like, am I just like cooler now all of a sudden? I'm like, oh no, it's the sweatshirt. Yeah. I was like, damn, like I got some swagger now, I guess. And they were all like, no, the sweatshirt's cool. And I was like, that's
You're like, oh, thanks. Okay, make sure to tell. Thanks.
Leave her a 5-star review on Google, I guess.
Here's our website. Get out of my face.
Yeah, they're like, where did you buy that? And I was like, damn, man, okay, it's the sweatshirt again.
Sorry.
No, it was cool. It was a good icebreaker.
Yeah, a lot of my guy friends, I sent I had a PR list. So I sent it to like a bunch of my friends that do influencing, and they're all like muchacho, big guys, or like big TikTokers or whatever. And like, they're like, everyone, when I was wearing this sweater, was like, who is that girl on your sweater? And they were like protective, because my friends are like, Ocean, like what do you want with her?
Yeah, what you gotta say?
Yeah, what do you want to say? Not giving you her Instagram, like you gotta find it.
I was at Shoreline here in Kelowna.
Yeah.
And there was a girl working there, and she was just like, oh my God, where'd you get that sweater? Like, it's so dope. And I was like, oh, my friend Ocean made it. And she was like, Ocean Taylor? I was like, that's what it says on there. She's like, I know Ocean. And I was just like, she's great.
She's good human, hope.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. Dope. Yeah. I guess we're going to wrap it up here. Is there anything you want to say before we're done? Anything you want to shout out? Obviously, shout out all your Instagram, the TikToks.
Hey, my Instagram is hard to find. Same with my TikTok. I came up with it when I was like fucking 14. Thought it was a good idea for the O to be a 0. So it's just Ocean Taylor. Again, the O is a 0. And that is all. That is my TikTok and Instagram. It's a fun place on there. Yeah, it's great. Love it there.
Good times.
It's really good times. Great pictures.
Vienna, you want to shout anything out? Tell anything to the people?
My Instagram is Hank_Vienna, and then my TikTok is Vienna Hank. Gotta switch them around, you know?
People keep them on their toes. Jesus, can I speak English? Really good.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys for coming on the Jordan Powers Experience.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
Sweet. Peace, people.
Bye-bye.
Bye.